Okay, so let's talk about the essentials. What do you need? Maybe a new camera, maybe a fancy lens, or maybe it makes more sense to use your mobile phone. That allows you to spend money in other places. Like, what about lighting and microphones? Because there's so much stuff to buy, and really having an understanding of what's going to help you grow as a creator with the skills and abilities needed is where it's at. So let's jump in. If there's anything I can share with you, it's this one statement. Start where you're at, use what you got, and know deep in your soul you've got more than enough to crush it. If you got one of these, you got enough stuff to create great content. Here's how. Now, over time, you're going to want to upgrade. You're going to want to buy some gear and accessories so it's easier to create videos. So you can create videos faster, and furthermore, they look better. So this is what I want you to think about. When you film a video, you really want a lens that has a focal distance of 24 millimeters to 70 millimeters. And what you'll find is a lot of pocket cameras, point and shoot cameras. For example, this is the Sony ZV-1, and guess what? The focal distance is 24 millimeters to 70 millimeters. And, yep, most smartphones today, the focal range is right around 24 millimeters. This is the new iPhone 14, focal distance 24 millimeters. And now they've incorporated a 77 millimeter lens that's great for things that are a little bit further away, as well as portraits. Here's what I want you to think about. Before you upgrade from a phone to a camera, make sure you're set up with your studio, where you film. Because as a content creator moving into 2023, you're going to want to create a variety of different types of content, and you're going to want to be able to do that fast, efficiently, and quickly. So having your own space indoors is critical. Now you might be like, but Brian, I don't have a space. I have to share it. Okay, well, just know that you're going to find a space and you're going to make it your own, and you're going to do everything in your power to be able to set up quickly, shoot a video, and then move forward, to move on. So really get set up with one camera angle. Look at it. And that's what I did this morning with this particular look. It took me a while, but I've been slowly dialing in this angle, this look, and it's not perfect, but it's getting good. Like, I'm happy with this particular look. I've got another angle at the other end of my studio. And when I started, I did the same thing. I started with one angle. In any house or apartment that I'm in, I get set up and I always have the same look, and I master that. So do that. And the thing I want you to think about is, don't go from a phone to a camera before you invest in lighting, because what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to control the lighting so it's always the same camera settings, the same light intensity, the same white balance, the same look, the same angle. So find the space in your home, get set up, and then buy some lighting. Now, the thing I want you to think about is, when it comes to really fantastic lighting for videos, you want to have a large softbox. If you don't have a lot of space, that's fine, but you definitely want something where you can really adjust the intensity of the light. So for example, right now I'm shooting on a higher end light, but I've got some recommendations that'll get you very close at a fraction of the cost. I'm shooting on an Aperture 120D, and I'm able to configure the light with this little remote control, right? So right now I'm at 64, and you can see I'm sitting down, I don't have to get up, and now the light is at 46. So basically I've reduced the light by 20% or so, and now I'm a little underexposed. So I'll just push it back to about 64%. Now you might not have a remote control, that's not necessary, but having the ability to really adjust the intensity of the light is a big deal. Another big deal when it comes to indoor lighting is, the more diffused the light, the softer it is on your skin and the more pleasing it looks. So I've got some resources in the description for lighting in terms of Amazon, their affiliate links, and one of the ones I'm going to recommend is Newer Lights. They are fantastic because you can adjust the Kelvin temperature. That's how warm or cool the light is. And you can really fine tune just how bright these lights are, just like I just demonstrated with this remote control. And even better, they're also RGB lights, which means you can create a lot of cool effects, different colors. You could kind of create something like I got going on here. Pretty neat. Now, one of the things you want to think about is as you're moving forward as a content creator, and the essentials is I really recommend that you create long form content as well as shorts. Creating both will give you a better chance at grabbing an audience and growing. And fact of the matter is, the more time you're on camera, the more time you're speaking, the better your communication and delivery will get. So doing shorts is going to improve the skills needed for creating great long form content. Another accessory that I highly recommend is a lightweight travel tripod. Why? Well, you can configure this in a number of ways. It's great for vlogging. I can go out, right? And I can kind of hold it, the tripod like this. I can vlog, and then I can set it down. I can make it taller. This goes all the way up to about 5.5 feet. It's very lightweight. It's a little bit more money than a traditional tripod for vlogging, but it's so much more versatile, and it's going to be more helpful in your home for really balancing the camera, getting things level. Fantastic. And another thing you're going to want to buy before a camera is a solid microphone. Now, I recently switched out all my microphones for vlogging outside, for indoors. Right now, I'm using a fairly inexpensive Rode Video Mic 2. These are fantastic. They're compatible with mobile phones, iPhone, as well as Android. And furthermore, they can be used on DSLRs, but no one's using those mirrorless cameras. Like I'm using, right now I've got the Rode, you can see it right there. Testing, it's probably a little hot. I think there's something wrong with my Sony a7S III, but these mics are really fantastic. So get set up with a microphone and some lighting and a tripod, and once you've got that ready to roll, then think about getting a camera. I gotta tell you, it's a lot easier to film on a camera. You can pop out your memory card, your files are right there, you can transfer them to a computer, and that's the next thing I wanna share with you. It's a lot easier to edit a video when you're editing on a computer. So think about upgrading to a computer if you're editing on your phone. Or another option that works almost as good as a computer is an iPad. The iPad is a powerful tool. I use them all the time, and now they've got some great editing apps, including LumaFusion. But having a larger screen just makes it so much easier to see everything and really dial things in. So these are the things I would suggest you get started with your YouTube career, and over time upgrade as necessary to help you make the videos that are going to gain you the subscribers you want and desire. I'll see you on the next one. You dig?